fundamentally a computational lab. We have pretty close ties with the CRI and the CI. And in our lab, we really care about anything about data at scale. So anything revolving around data-intensive science, and the full stack of what happens when you start to scale this up. So over the last year or so, we've built this infrastructure that we call the Open Science Data Cloud. We're currently running about 5 to 6 petabytes, about 6,000 cores, and actually looking to double that in the next year. So if something like that is interesting to you, we're going to have tons of projects. So we go all the way down through hardware. We're very interested in how do we build these things at low cost, low energy, how do we use commodity hardware. We're interested in things like the Open Compute project that Facebook is pushing in terms of kind of open source hardware. Up to the next level of looking at file systems, distributed systems, how do we do this right in the cloud computing infrastructure. To the next level, how do we actually do scheduling, how do we do things in a wide area. And then at the final level, what kind of applications can we build on top of these systems? What scientific research areas can really start pushing this? What kind of algorithmic development do we need to do? And we have all kinds of projects at that level. I'll mention 2 that we're working on right now. One is Project Matsu, which is a collaboration with NASA, where we bring in EO1 satellite data every day. We reprocess the whole thing. So it comes into the OSDC, we use the cloud computing infrastructure to do some pre-processing, and then we ship it up to some Hadoop servers we actually have in California that produce information to find flooding information, to do a humanitarian relief, and then that gets put up on the web for dashboards for people to go and look and take a look at that stuff. The other big project we do is in genomics. So we do a lot of stuff in genomics in that area because as these next-gen sequencers are coming online, we're getting a huge amount of information. We really need to figure out what this process is. So we have a project called Bionimbus that encompasses a lot of aspects of this. So we have the back-end infrastructure. So now that we're going away from things like earth science that's public data, we start coming to protected data. We start thinking about things about security. How do you protect these cloud computing infrastructures while giving researchers the tools that they need to actually look at this stuff? They do it at the hardware level, they do it at the software level. So we come out with the Bionimbus Protected Data Cloud, which we're currently hosting about 700 terabytes of cancer genomics data that's available to researchers in a protected environment. So instead of going from the traditional environment where you have to download that, you have to figure out how to manage that in your own lab and do analysis there, we actually have a platform where people can come in, do their analysis of virtual machines that they spin up, configure their own way, and do it all in one kind of place, and not have to worry about security requirements or compliance or those things that a scientist really knows. We also been talking about how to do algorithms better for genomics. So the traditional model, if you start an analysis on your desktop, it's not going to work. You're talking about hundreds of terabytes of data, so you start thinking about ways to scale that up. So we run both production infrastructure as well as the testbed infrastructure. So we have production infrastructure, so even if you don't want to come work with us directly, you can go to our site, you can log in, you can get, I think, 16 cores and a terabyte of space to kind of do whatever research you might be interested in, to kind of actually look at how cloud computing infrastructure looks like. You can come in and do that, and then we have the testbed stuff where we actually do the research, looking at all these kind of problems and how do you do this stuff at scale. We have quite a number of undergraduate students who have done very well in our lab. One of them, his research has gotten fully funded to go to supercomputing, so we're pretty excited about that. As well as we have a program called PIRE. So if you are interested in big data programs and you want to travel internationally and do some interesting stuff, we can find you for the summer. Please come talk to us. We'll partner you up with one of our international partners and you can go do research overseas. So I think that's about it. I'll be around if you want to talk to me about any particular projects. So we do have quite a few other ones that I didn't